The debate portion of the evening has ended. The floor will be open for the question period after a 10-minute break. When you come back, please line up at the two microphones on the floor in the left and right-hand aisles. Paper and pencil will be provided by the ushers on the floor. Thank you very much. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
It's more or less heated than you might anticipate.
I think it's going fine. I think we're all enjoying it.
Why do we have to move over there for this?
It's supposed to, I think, create a more relaxed atmosphere. It gives the audience a sort of break.
Different pencil? Nope, all right.
I don't know what he's doing.
Now we'll start. The question period will begin. The questions are to be directed to either or both of the two sides, not to the individual speakers. This will ensure that your questions receive the best possible answer. The sides will decide among themselves who will answer it. Answers are limited to 2 minutes each, and the opposition will then have 2 minutes to comment on the answer. I will call for questions from the floor mics alternately, starting with the right microphone. And I'd like to say that while I'll tolerate a small amount of speech making from the questioners, I'm not going to allow people to get into long policy statements. We really would like to have questions. So we'll start on the right.
The question is directed towards both sides. My name is Kevin Nightingale. Given that the crucial points made by both sides are indeed valid, that is, that capitalism is naturally the more productive and honest system, and that socialism is the more humane in whatever basic primal or emotional way, I ask you whether either extreme is indeed advisable. Socialism, in the name of equality, would see basically us starve to death, and starvation is not moral, Dr. Kaplan, and socialism is never democratic. True capitalism, in the name of individual excellence, may drive a desperate few into the hands of a Hitler, or a Lenin, or an Ellsworth Toohey. By calling it revolution, I leave no room for equivocation. Yes, it is moral blackmail, but morality is defined over humanity, and revolution is not moral either.
Okay, let's have a question.
The question is, firstly, can you defend a system where we kill the goose that lays the golden egg, or a system where the only egg some get is on their faces, even if it isn't from a marketing board? Is then a basically, substantially, fundamentally free enterprise system, tempered slightly to accommodate those who are less capable than ourselves, the only morally defensible system?
I'll take it. You want me to start? All right, you tell me?
Yeah.
That question translates into why go to extremes? Why not take the middle of the road, a little capitalism and a little socialism? Can you hear? There are issues on which you cannot compromise. Contrary to what Dr. Vickers said, Aristotle did not say all things in moderation. He did not believe that axe murdering should be committed in moderation, or that you should have a balance between food and poison. If it has been established that certain principles are required for human life, you cannot say, let us temper them with a little bit of their opposite. All you will do in such a case is subvert the principle and lead step by step to the complete extreme opposite. This is why I said that a middle-of-the-road mixed economy welfare state such as we have now is an unstable mixture which will gradually get more and more in the direction of complete government control. I do not believe, by the way, that quote, being humane is an attribute of a socialist system. If being humane means being concerned with man, with woman, with the rights and the welfare of human life, then I think the argument is 100% pro-capitalism. So I don't see that there even is a temptation to compromise. That's brief. Okay.
Sure, it's certainly true that in philosophy classes you take extreme positions. It's also true that in real life you try and develop the best mix that you can. I'm a democratic socialist, and for me the only tolerable method is the method of persuasion. It seems to me that the sort of lurching that we have proceeded with in the Canadian context is the test case. It's the test case for me, not just because I'm a Canadian, it's a test case for a lot of other people to look at. Politics is the art of the possible, and it involves compromise. I think we have an ability to learn from other people's mistakes, whether they're to the south of the border or to the north of the border.
Good. An attack on our extremism.